These include a wide variety of structures and sites, such as
While you
barrows,
were waiting, while you were waiting, while you were waiting, while I was waiting, while you were waiting, you
bridges,
are waiting, waiting,
objects.
while you were, while you, while.
A monument
Thought it was me, thought it was you, 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 thought it was me, thought it was you.
altered,
Thought it was with the we.
added to its owner without the ministry's consent, and a preservation order may be made if it's in danger of damage or destruction.
Thought it was me, thought it was you, 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 thought it was me, thought it was you.
Ministry or a local authority may will become guardians of a monument if that is the best to preserve it. I thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you. Or may help the owner to do so.
Thought it was me, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was you, thought it was me. Thought it was me.
Access by the public to the monument is usually easy. Thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you.
The ministry has not decided. The ministry has not decided. The ministry has not decided.
If it is in private hands, permission may have to be asked. Thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you.
I thought it was you, I thought it was me, thought it was me, thought it was me, thought it was you, was it, you, me,
If in
permission.
public ownership, a small fee is sometimes charged. And there may be stated hours when it can be visited. Thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was you, thought it was
Asking.
Any person who injures or defaces a monument is liable to a fine of £5 or a month's imprisonment, plus payment for the damage done. Thought it was me, thought it was you, thought it was me, thought it was you.
Thought it was me, thought it was you. I don't have £5, £5. Are you going to do any damage? 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 Are you going to do?
Provision may cover unauthorized excavation also. Thought it was me, thought it was you, 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 thought it was me, thought it was you.
This is my statement. This is my statement.
The implication of these acts is in the hands of the Chief Inspector of Ancient Monuments and his staff at the Ministry of Works.
Write a memo, you, me, or me, you, write a memo, stamp, root it, write a memo, is it you, is it me, who writes the memo,
With the listing and preservation of a monument.
Thought it was you, you or me, get it done.
Write the memo.
Get it done. Write the memo.
Write the memo.
You or me, you, me, write it done, get it done. Write it,
Write
done.
the memo.
Write it. Okay, here I go. Write it. Here we go.
Write the memo.
Writing the memo. Here's the memo.
Write the memo. Write the memo. You
Write
and
the
me.
memo.
You and me.
Write the memo.
You and me.
Write the memo.
You and me.
Write the memo.
You and me. You and me. Here we go. Write the memo.
Write the memo.
You.
Write the memo.
Sincerely yours. Sincerely
Write the
yours,
memo.
you and me.
Me.
Sincerely yours, me and you.
Write the memo.
Sincerely yours, you
You.
unwritten, I am unwritten,
Write
you
the
are
memo.
unwritten,
Me.
we are unwritten, we are writing, you are writing, the memo is
Dear.
written, it's gone,
Write
it's
the
done,
memo.
it's sent,
Dear.
sent. You and me.
Dear.
Write the memo.
Dear.
Write it.
Dear.
Write the
Wrote
memo.
it.
Dear.
Wrote it. You and me.
Dear written.
Sincerely
memo.
yours.
Dear written.
Sincerely yours. It's
Dear
written.
written.
Wrote it.
Dear written.
Dear
Ancient. As.
Ministry of Natural Works and Historic
Me.
Treasures.
Me.
Ministry of
You.
Natural Works.
Done.
Treasures.
Done. Monuments.
Mysteriousness.
Ancient.
Ancient messages.
Done. Who writes the memo?
Ancient messages.
Write the memo.
Me and you.
writes the
Sincerely
memo?
yours. Sincerely yours, the Ministry of
memo.
Ancient Memories. You have to give me £5, please.
Write the memo.
£5.
Chief
£5.
Write the memo.
Dear Chief Inspector.
Write the memo.
Dear
Dear
Chief
Chief
Inspector
Write the memo.
of Ancient Monuments.
Chief
Here's a
Inspector.
memo from us.
Write the memo.
We are asking
Write the memo.
Dear,
the vision
Write the memo.
dear,
that's
Dear.
preserved
Write the memo.
in the
Sincerely
image
yours.
to the left
Write the memo.
is
Sincerely yours.
kept
Sincerely yours.
forever
Write the
and
memo.
ever with a small entrance fee
Write the memo.
of €5
Write the memo.
because
Write the memo. Write the memo.
because we think it's important.
Write the memo.
We think it's important.
Write the memo.
You need.
Write the memo.
You need. You need. Dear Chief, dear Chuff, dear dear, oh dear, dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear,
Oh,
Chief
dear.
Inspector of Ancient Monuments.
Dearest.
Oh dear.
Dearest
I
Chief
have
Inspector.
to report.
Dearest
to
Chief Inspector of
report
Ancient Monuments.
on this memo, it fell down.
£5.
It fell
£5.
down. It fell
£5.
down.
It fell
Fell
down.
It
£5.
fell down.
Material
£5.
damages.
£5.
Dear me, oh dear me, dear me, dear, you have to
£5.
find me.
£5.
£5, find me, £5,
in
and
prison.
I will
1
pay.
month
I
in
can't
prison.
pay.
1 month
It
in
fell
prison.
down.
1 month in
Fell
prison.
down.
It
Fell
wasn't
down.
me. It wasn't
dead.
me.
It's
It
over.
wasn't me.
It fell
wasn't me.
over. It
It
fell
wasn't me.
over. Fell
It wasn't
over.
me.
Fell
It was-
over.
It was.
Fell over.
It was them. under section 29 of the 1947 quilted blanket, which currently contains section 2 of the Act. Under section 29 of the 1947 Act, which contains a quilt with all the covering removed for the preservation of buildings of special architectural or historic interest. The quilt will list, and the preparation under section 30, the Crown lands under the quilt, some planning authorities, Ministry of Housing, local government, quilt makers, as well as others considered to be of importance. The other relevant law is that quilts and blankets are under the Crown protection, and the owner of quilts or blankets that has been hidden or in a building or which the owner cannot be traced, but the legal position is not as simple as it might apply. There are still forms subject to lawyers' debates of quilts and blankets and ownership. They can be adorned, they can be abandoned as being no longer wanted. For instance, in this case, they may become res nullus, belonging to no one, and anyone who wishes to claim them may do so under the Lost Blankets and Quilts Act
of 1936. Of 1936.
Section 30.
The Lost Blankets and Quilts Act of 1936, Section 36.
The important point is that the Crown's title to the blankets and quilts as treasure trove arises only in cases of hiding, e.g. where prima facie it appears that the hoard of blankets and quilts was hidden animus recoverandi, with an intention to recover and return. But there is another class. Blankets disposed on a grave or given to the gods. For instance, the blankets and quilts on the tomb or thrown into a sacred lake or holy well. These are not hidden, but openly laid on a grave, with the knowledge and consent of all. Blankets and quilts. Blankets and quilts.
ground, under the ground, you and me, 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 you and me.
Public libraries. Public libraries. Public libraries for you and me. Public libraries. Public libraries. Public libraries for you and me.
Public libraries for you and me.
Public libraries.
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 You and me, public.
Public libraries.
Public libraries for you and me. Public.
Public libraries.
Public libraries
Public libraries.
for you and me.
Public libraries.
Public libraries.
Public libraries.
Public libraries for you and me.
Public libraries. Museums. Public libraries.
Public libraries and museums and festivals. Public libraries and museums and festivals.
Public libraries. Museums. Public libraries. Museum. Yeah. Public libraries. Libraries. Museums should be freely consulted. 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 Should be freely consulted.
Museums.
Public libraries.
Public museums.
These can be used in two ways. Either to borrow general works or for special collections.
Special collections.
Public libraries. Store the quilt, store the blanket, store the quilt, store the blanket, store the quilt, store the blanket, store the quilt, store the blanket. Public libraries will give you an answer.
Special
library and brand
special
particular work can be ordered
special
for collection through a national central library service, whereby any library can draw on the combined resources of most of the libraries in the country. This is where a very rare book can be detained. Museum should be freely consulted.
I can borrow the blanket. 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 I can borrow the blanket.
You can borrow the blanket. You can borrow the blanket. You can take it home. You can take it home.
You can take it home.
You do not need to report it to the Chief Inspector of Ancient Monuments and his staff, and they will not write you a memo.
Sincerely yours, the Chief Inspector of infamous plots to steal public library blankets while reading 2 books at the same time.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. How do you read 2 books at the same time?
Did you hear that?
2 books, read 2 books, read 2 books at the same time.
Did you hear that?
Same time.
Did you hear that?
Same time.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Same time.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Same time.
Did you hear that?
Same. Sincerely yours. Sincerely yours. You may not take out two books at the same time from the Ministry of Hope and Infamous Justice. You may not take out books that you can't take two books out at the same time from the. You can't take two books out at the same time. You can't. Books you can't take two books. You can't take out two books.
Did you hear that? 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 Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard it.
Have you sent the memo?
Yes, I have sent the memo.
That memo.
That memo.
The one that explained about
that memo that explained about this old blanket needs to be repaired. This old blanket has holes in it, holes through which you can see the sky, or my leg, or a foot. This old blanket is in desperate need of care, said the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Ministry of Old Located Castles and Sundry Objects that are of social utility.
it's protected.
It's protected.
You're risking a €5 fine.
Well, the good news is that €5 is less than £5. That's the good news. I just found my gloves. I was looking for them, and they were gone. I should be wearing gloves to handle things of national trust importance. Don't you think?
Absolutely, Professor. You have in your possession a very important artifact that is explained in the memo to the Chief Inspector of why it's so important. the history and construction, sets it aside from the average blanket from the era that we're describing. It's a close relative, but not related. The period includes the famous blanket of Bath, whose craftsmanship was following a different model, and is seen in some of the mosaic floors. The blanket you have and has been reported to the Chief Inspector is indeed of importance. A few but important inscribed blankets date from the post-Roman period. These include the castle door blanket, which dates from the 6th century.
The 6th century is very important in the history of blanket making. It was at that time that needles were invented, knitting needles to be exact, and crochet hooks only came but 300 years afterwards. The knitting needles were made of bone. They were made of wood when they could find it, but often they had to burn the wood to be hot and warm enough to knit in front of the fire. So blankets started to be made by hand by chimpanzees and men. Women were too busy running the state of affairs, and the children were too busy writing theses on how to create civil society. Your blanket is waiting for you. Happy birthday to you.
Knit one, purl one.
Happy birthday to
Knit one, purl
you.
one.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I have just made a very important discovery. There is a very particular square in this very particular blanket, which is like no other.
Has it been reported?
Contains what?
Has it been reported?
I think so.
Has it been recorded?
I think that this will be recorded with our help. Look,
Has it
it
been
changes
recorded?
color. It changes color mid-square.
Oh my God.
Changes color mid-square. Changes color
God.
mid-square.
Oh my God.
Changes color mid-square. Change color. Changes color
Oh my God.
mid-square.
Has it been reported? Where's the memo?
Gotta write a memo.
Where's the memo?
Gonna write it right
Where's
now.
the memo?
Gonna write it right now.
Write the memo. Faster. 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 Write the memo. Report it. Report it. Oh my God, I've never seen it like it. We've never seen it like it. Report it. Is it in the library? Is it in the museum? Section 30. No, not section 30. It's section, I can't remember, 28, I think, 28. I'm sure it's 28. I'm sure it's
36. 36.
Oh,
36.
oh,
36. 36.
Oh, I never get it right. Oh.
3 times 12.
Oh, no.
3 times 12. 3
Section
times
4.
12.
You sure?
9 times 4. 9 times 4. 3 times 6. Oh, Officer Cranky, I'm really afraid. I was the warden of the civil parade. Oh, Officer Cranky, I'm really afraid. I was the friend of the parade. I was a cranky. Officer Cranky, I am so afraid.
Inspector of Works, we have something to report. Professor was only wearing gloves in the last section, so it has been handled without gloves. Oh, we have something to report on the memo, the most valuable of blankets. Oh, is it sent? It's gone.
Not. It's scented because you were wearing that eau de cologne that you bought at the country fair last September, that really cheap, nasty stuff that smells like the inside of shoes.
I know, I really regretted that. Go on.
You shouldn't have bought it, but you did.
Well,
now you're wearing it.
It was a bargain.
It was a bargain, but it smells very bad.
Yeah, but
really bad. Really bad.
No, it was fine when I first got it. It was fine when I first got it.
That's right. It just turned bad. It did. That's true.
As time's gone on.
It's true.
It was all right for
Air
the
has mixed. Yeah.
First 50 years was all right. It was the second 25 years that probably went and then probably 30 years ago it started to really get bad, and then I don't know, probably in the last 10 years it's when it got really thick and soupy. That was when it got really, really smelly. But anyway, still quite useful.
Well, it's useful for keeping owls away from the roofs, and it's useful for keeping serpents out of the garden, or useful for, well, I don't know what else, maybe something that is... No, tell me.
See,
useful.
And you were kind of saying, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
When was the last time we saw an owl? When was the last time we saw something?
That's true.
When was the last time we were invaded by pandas?
Here it is, a very unusual occurrence. 2 rows of gold in a background of black and yellow. This particular motif has not been seen before in blanket history, mixed as it is with other colors. We have a fairly nasty mud brown thing going on here. Oh no, there's another one that mixes colors.
Right.
Oh no, blue.
Yo, look at that. Whoa.
Blue. Do I hear a bid for the blue? Do I hear the bidding of the blue?
Fabulous.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue. It's all in the memo. It's all in the memo. It's all in the memo. Ancient monuments, ancient blankets, ancient blankets.
Parentheses, parentheses. Just put it in parentheses at the end of the second footnote. Did you hear me?
Yeah, got it.
Could you tell the inspector? Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Put it in parentheses.
Yeah, got it. It's not easy writing memos on slate.
Especially in triplicate.
Oh, tell me about it. I did a memo the other day because they only accept it on slate. They only accept it on slate. Another memo on slate. On slate. On slate. Blankets on slate.
Slated to be delivered on the first day of the next month when you finish it, if you ever finish it.
Delivered by owls.
Who land in the yard because they're scared of the smelly roof. Thank you for visiting our museum today. It was a very useful and informative occasion to understand the historic nature of blankets and rugs and perfume. Thank you. My little pretty. See ya.